Eritrean president is in trouble. He has been following a policy of intervention in a country, but a general of that country is threatening to take military action against Eritrea, against Eritrean government, if Eritrean government does not stop its interference in that country. Welcome to my views and news. Thanks for watching the channel. Big development in the Horn of Africa, where Isaias Afwerki, Eritrean president, will have to change his policy. If he does not, he could be in trouble. Before this new story, let me just make two corrections. In the video 2 hours ago, I told you about a statement by Sultan of Afar people. I said that Hanfare Ali Mera, Sultan of Afar, has released a message opposing war, saying that Afar region should not be a battleground for any war. Correction is that Hanfare Ali Mera is the son of late Sultan Ali Mera, and Hanfare also died. He is not alive. The message which I mentioned has been shared by Ahmed Ali Mera, who is now the Sultan of Afar. No change in message, but message was from the new Afar Sultan, whose name is Ahmed Ali Mera. Secondly, several viewers pointed out that the video I showed of General Megbe is not from Eritrea. They said a few months ago, General Megbe inaugurated a book. A book inauguration ceremony was held in northwestern Tigray. And this video is from that program. I said in the last video that I was not sure about when the video was recorded. I do remember that Megbe did participate in a book inauguration ceremony where some military parade was also held. And I criticized back then that why is that military parade was held at a book launching ceremony. So the video needs to be rechecked. I tried to recheck. I could not find any link showing that the video was uploaded 2 or 3 months ago. But if you have any link showing the video was uploaded 2 months ago when book was inaugurated in Northwestern Tigray, do share it with me. We must ensure correct reporting of the ongoing developments in the Horn of Africa. Now, Isaias Afwerki, Eritrean president, definitely in trouble now. Since the start of Sudanese Civil War, Isaias Afwerki has been claiming to be neutral in Sudan Civil War, but he has been backing one party. The party is Al-Burhan. Abdul Fattah al-Burhan led Sudanese military, Sudanese government has been backed by Eritrea for the last 2 years. Al-Burhan has visited Eritrea several times in the last 2 years. And Eritrea provided different types of support to Al-Burhan government. Firstly, Eritrea trained Sudanese fighters on its soil. Sudanese fighters from Eastern Sudan, from Darfur, from other parts of Sudan have undergone training, military training in Eritrea Sudan border areas. I did several videos on that. Over a year ago, I did a video on that. I told you about it. Long before RSF spoke about it, I told you that Eritrea was training Sudanese fighters. I mentioned names of commanders. I mentioned names of groups whose fighters were being trained in Eritrea. Sudanese fighters, Sudanese commanders. It's not a secret. I think people who know the region, who are covering the region, they know that Eritrea has been supporting Al-Burhan through training anti-RSF Al-Burhan forces, firstly. Secondly, in a new move, Eritrea deployed its navy to Port Sudan a few weeks ago. I had a video on that. I told you about it. That Eritrean navy and Al-Burhan-led Sudanese navy were they were confronting criminal networks operating in Port Sudan. Why? Because there is shortage of manpower in Sudanese forces. Sudanese forces fighting on several fronts. Port Sudan is being used by criminal networks. Eritrean military intervened to control the coastal areas to free them of criminal elements. And then we saw that Rapid Support Forces, the other player in Sudanese Civil War, warned Eritrea indirectly. Firstly, they conducted a strike on Kassala airport in eastern Sudan, very close to Eritrean border. I said back then that a strike on Kassala was a warning for Eritrea. RSF is telling Eritrea we could hit Asmara too. I remember in that video. Then again, RSF warned Eritrea by carrying out drone strikes on Port Sudan, very close to the coastal areas where Eritrean Navy was deployed. Some news sources shared wrong reports that Eritrean Navy had been hit. I said Navy had not been hit, but strikes were conducted very close to the Navy, Eritrean Navy. And that was a message from RSF to Eritrea. Then Eritrea reportedly withdrew its Navy from Port Sudan. But RSF chief, Rapid Support Force Chief Hamdan Dagalo, who's known as Hemedti, has now directly warned Isaias Afwerki-led Eritrean government. What did Hemedti say? We must not forget, Hemedti is backed by the UAE. And Emirates, UAE's Ethiopian ally. Hemedti said that Eritrean government has been training fighters against RSF. There are training camps in Eritrea. These fighters have been the cause of losses suffered by Rapid Support Forces. And RSF will take military action. Eritrea must stop, or RSF, Rapid Support Forces, will take action. Why is Hemedti threatening Isaias? By the way, does Hemedti have the capability to hit Asmara? Yes. Hemedti has drones. If Hemedti can hit Port Sudan all the way from Darfur, he can easily hit Asmara. He can easily hit any part of Eritrea. He does have drones, long-range drones, provided by the UAE. So Hemedti is basically telling Isaias, if you don't stop supporting Al-Burhan, we will hit Eritrean territories. Secondly, will Isaias Afwerki stop or not? That remains to be seen. I think Isaias Afwerki government withdrew its navy from Port Sudan. And Hemedti-led RSF are going to launch more attacks on Port Sudan. They're launching a ground offensive into northern state of Sudan in coming days. And they'll make a move towards other parts to close to Eritrea-Sudan border, or close to the states where Eritrea has its presence in terms of its intelligence agents. And Eritrea trained fighters are being deployed not just in eastern Sudan but in other parts of Sudan too. So that is why RSF is warned. RSF faced some losses. In recent months, RSF suffered losses. It lost control of Khartoum. It lost control of Bahri, parts of Umdurman. RSF definitely on the defensive. Now they're launching an offensive. And they're warning Eritrea against continued support for Sudanese armed groups which are supportive of Al-Burhan. Will Eritrea close the training camps on its soil? Let's see. Will Eritrea continue supporting Al-Burhan? Let's see. We'll have to wait. Watch the clip showing Hemedti, Hamdan Dagalo warning Eritrea. Thanks for watching.
والله نحن دفار ملوه ورق تبع الجبهة الإسلامية تحرير إريتريا، أنتم الداعمينهم. مصانع الآن الموجودة تبع من المصانع؟ هم عندهم فهم يعملوا مصانع حرامية، عندهم فهم يعملوا مصانع حقت من ما يسمى بموضوع